quoting a Bible verse, Mark chapter 10, verse 27. You can see various elected leaders, governors, members of National Assembly, as well as parties now making their way there. We should be hearing the declaration and following the judgment by the Supreme Court just this afternoon, declaring William Samoei Ruto as validly elected under Article 140C of the Constitution of Kenya. So the statement's about to happen any moment now. Remember, the swearing in and all those processes now follow the events that are taking place at the Supreme Court today, including the first National and Senate sittings that are set to happen 3 days from today on the 8th of September. Of course, many others that will follow with the swearing in next week, which will be 7 days after the first Tuesday, following 7 days of the Supreme Court judgment. But for now, the more immediate thing will be to hear from the President-elect of the Republic of Kenya. Checks that are taking place there. This is live from Karen, the Deputy President's residence, and this has been his official residence and office for the last 10 years, and it will be occupied by newest, and that is Rigathi Gachagua, who is the Deputy President-elect of the August 9th general election. Of course, William Samoei Ruto will be moving out of this residence fairly soon and into State House, Nairobi, following that judgment by the 7 Supreme Court judges today, which was unanimous in its findings of the conduct of the August 9th general election, particularly the presidential election that was conducted on the 9th of August and the declaration that was made on the 15th of August.
Ay, together you can argue. Karen.
Oh, the Karen.
Sure, you know, no, it's hot.
bisa berjalan. Mình được cái này thì đây này chứ mà. Hãy subscribe cho kênh Ghiền Mì Gõ để không bỏ lỡ những video hấp dẫn.
Celebrations continue in Nakuru County, there with residents awaiting the decision by the Supreme Court judges this afternoon upholding the election of William Ruto, that declaration that was made by the chair of the ICC on the 15th of August. Let's just get a few reactions from some of the main protagonists in this Supreme Court petition on Twitter. Let's put some of those tweets on the air while we're trying to stabilize the shots coming out of Nakuru County. And just a quick reminder that we are awaiting what you're seeing now on your screen is the Deputy President in Karen, expecting William Samoei Ruto, the President-elect, to make a statement. But let's check out some of the tweets, the reactions to the Supreme Court judgment delivered this afternoon. Let's start with William Samoei Ruto, quoting Mark chapter 10, verse 27, saying, "With men it is impossible, but not with God, for with God all things are possible." Let's take another tweet now from so there's a tweet from William Samoei Ruto. Let's move to Raila's tweet on the same. Let's check that out. Or let's do Martha Karua first, saying the court has spoken, I respect but disagree with the findings. Let's check out the next tweet in reaction to that. Let me read you Raila Odinga's tweet now. Just a short while ago, he says, "We've always stood for the rule of law and the Constitution. In this regard, we respect the opinion of the court, although we vehemently disagree with their decision today." And he quotes that statement that I read to you earlier. I want to read another tweet here from Madam Rachel Ruto. Great one. I can find it. Here we go. And this is Rachel Ruto just congratulating her husband, William Samoei Ruto, on that win. And quoting a verse saying that the work begins now. I will get that tweet for you in just a moment and pull it up shortly. So varied reactions continue on the same issue. So we're just awaiting to see what happens next following this speech. Again, let me just remind you that Parliament, both houses of Parliament will have their sittings this week, that is on the 8th of September. And then, of course, the swearing in of the President-elect happens next week when he now officially becomes the 5th President of the Republic of Kenya. Okay, so that continues now as we await what happens coming out on Carousel. You can see various elected leaders who are congregating there. Let me just run you through the court's determination on the 8 issues. Number 1, they said the technology deployed by IEBC met the standard. Number 2, they said there was no interference with the uploading and transmission of Form 34A. On the third issue, they said there was no difference between Forms 34A that were uploaded on the portal and those that were delivered at the National Tallying Center, that's at the Bomas of Kenya. On the fourth issue, they said that the postponement of elections in 8 different areas, that's counties, constituencies, and county wards, did not affect the voter turnout with respect to the presidential election. On the fifth issue, they said that there were no discrepancies between the votes cast for presidential candidates and other positions. On the sixth issue that the Supreme Court judges had set out for determination, they ruled that the election was carried out in line with Article 138 of the Constitution. And on whether the threshold was met, the judges unanimously determined that the president-elect attained the threshold of 50% plus 1 votes of all the votes cast. On the eighth issue, they said that the irregularities and illegalities did not affect the final tally of the presidential election. On the final issue, which was on the prayers that were sought and the relief that was sought by the petitioners, they ordered that the presidential election petition was dismissed and that each party will bear their own costs. And of course, those are the orders from that court, now paving way for the next steps that are to follow the 14 days that the court has started to determine the issue. I found that tweet by Rachel Ruto, who's William Ruto's spouse. She says, and I quote, "Congratulations, Bill, my love. God has done it. I'm proud of you. May He give you the grace and wisdom to lead Kenya into greatness. You were born and destined for this." She quotes Hebrews 10:23, which says, "Let us hold tightly without wavering the hope we affirm that God can be trusted to keep His promise." All right, so those are the reactions that continue to come in. Again, we continue to give you reactions. Candidates on one end, I believe on the right-hand side, bottom of your screen is Nakuru, and on the left is Karen at the Deputy President's residence, where any moment from now we will hear from the President-elect. So I think we can listen into some of the sounds as Kenyans continue to celebrate the Supreme Court judgment this afternoon.
Thank you.